Hey, Shalom, Shalom. I want to start off source by giving all praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakah, Kodash, the belongers, the apostles of GMS, and honestly, brothers doing the work in truth, while sincerity. This is a quick one on basically unemployment, right? And the fact that there won't be any for these heathens in in the kingdom, right? The kingdom of Israel, right? Because there's gonna be a lot of work to do, starting with the with the elites, right? The elites, they're going to be saved from this destruction. Dig, come no, it's an Amos. It's 101 at Amos 9:3. We go. Right. Start that from 9 to grab this as well. Load it up. Wow, still fresh in my head. Bind King. Alright, so this is so I said, the elites will survive. So basically it's gonna be no such thing as unemployment in the kingdom, man. Alright, starting off, with the elites, because they're gonna survive this destruction, right? This is Amos 9:2 says, though they dig into hell, right, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down, right? So, for instance, dig into hell, these elites, they've got, you hear stories about these deep underground bunkers, where, DUMBs, they call them, deep underground military bases, right? They'll be decked out. You see some of the ones that they've got now already, that ain't, necessarily military. So you imagine, what they really have. They got the technology, which is why, they've been, the scriptures say this man, well, I'll get two scriptures. This is Ezekiel 28:3, right? It says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee, right? So Esau is wiser than Daniel, right? The things that he's accomplished in this life, right, is some of them are bloody well amazing, right? But they were all done in wickedness, and ultimately the scriptures say the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, right? It also says this, Psalm 64:6. It says they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, right? They search things out, man, right? They go to researchers, that are researching loads of shit, right? You had one research study, right? And the conclusion of the conclusion of the study was there are too many studies, right? And this is this devil for you, right? So they've learned how to live in space and live underground, whatever, what have you, right? So it says, though they dig into hell, right, those deep underground military bases, what you call it, we're still gonna find them, right? They're gonna survive, but we're gonna find them, right? Using that spiritual power, we're gonna find them, and Psalms 149:8 them, right? It says, though they climb up to heaven, yeah. So you have your what is this? Your international space station, that space station, whatever, what have you. It says, thence will I bring them down. It says, though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they hide from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. Right? It says, and so basically, wherever they go and hide, right, the children of Israel, they gonna find them, and they gonna, like I said, we go on Psalms 149:8 them, right? It says Psalms 149:8 says to bind their kings with chains strong, right, and their nobles with fetters of iron, right? To execute upon them the judgment written, and that judgment is slavery, right, for all the wickedness that they've done unto the children of Israel, right? So let me grab this real quick. This is Revelations 18:6. Right, it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto a double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to a double. Right, so this is talking about revenge, ultimately for the whole of, the nation of Edom, and all of these heathen nations, right? We're going to reward them for all the wickedness that they've done, to the children of Israel. I get this in Jeremiah. So Jeremiah 49:12 says, "For thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup once again slavery have surely drunken," right? And that's Israel, right? It says, "And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it," right? You read the scriptures say that Israel is the apple of the Most High's eye, right? And our judgment wasn't to drink of the cup, but we drank it, right? So these heathen nations start off with Esau, right? These Edomites, they think they just because slavery was under them, right? They think they can just sail off into the sunset, say they're sorry, and then that's it. No. They go and pay, and they go and drink, right? So that's that judgment written, right? It says, "This honor have all the saints, praise ye Yahweh," right? So it's an honor, right? It's an honor. Right, slavery is an honor of the saints. And who are the saints? Right, the saints. Psalms 50:5, right, says, gather my saints together unto me, they who have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And who made a covenant with the Most High by sacrifice? The children of Israel. Right, so back in Psalms 149:8 says to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Right, and what does that entail? That is basically slavery, right? So your elites, they gonna go into slavery. Why we gonna, we enjoy taunting, this devil at the camp. You going into slavery, boy, right? Sort of like when you watch Django, he says, "I like the way you die, boy," because he like calling Jake boy. But we gonna call him boy, and I mean, man, that's an insult to a young male, right? So I'll get into the scriptures, to the topic, right? Well, I've been in the topic, but it says Ezekiel 39:14, right? It says, "And they shall sever out men of continual employment, passing through the land, to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it. After the end of 7 months shall they search." Right, this is talking about those that survive, or the elites, right? They gon' be tasked with cleaning up the dead bodies. I mean, we ain't gonna do it. Why? We gonna be renewed. We gonna be in in a position of power, right? You think the queen is burying dead bodies? Fuck no, right? This is 2 Ezra 16:23 says, "And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. Right, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down." Right, so it's talking about the end times, right, before this event, right? So in the end times, there's gonna be so many dead, right, and there ain't gonna be anyone to bury them, right? So that means, like I said, the earth is gonna need, men to to take the dead bodies and bury them and basically clean them and cleanse it, as it says, right? So grab that. Right, and I'll read Isaiah 60. I'm going to start from verse 5. It says, "Then shalt thou see and flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because of the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee." So we gonna get all their goodies, man. Right, it says, the multitude of camels shall cover thee, the dromedaries of Midian and Ephah, and all they from Sheba shall come, but they shall bring golden incense, and they shall show forth the praises of Yahweh. Right, you see what we got here. Right, hey, so Sheba, that's representative of the Ethiopians, right? So we gonna have the Ethiopians, they gon' be in slavery, right? But this what it says, "And all the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee. The rams of Nebaioth shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance of mine altar, and I'll glorify, the house of my glory," right? It says here, Kedar and Nebaioth represent the Ishmaelites. House of my glory represents Israel, right? So, the Ishmaelites are going to be subservient to the children of Israel, right? So, "Who are these that fly as a cloud, and as doves to their windows. It says, surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, right? Their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of Yahweh thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. And in the kingdom we gonna be glorified, man. Right now we in this, crappy state, right? But we just gonna have to suffer it. It says Ecclesiastes 10:7. It says, I have seen servants upon horses, right, and princes walking as servants upon the earth, right? And that's what you see, because Israel are the kingly people. Where brothers were going into it at the camp, right, about how basically a regal state doesn't fit Esau. It doesn't fit him. Whereas Jake will be in the hood, they'll be broke, but you put a chain on that Jake, and Jake be looking fly as hell, because ultimately that's in their spirit. Jake is we're regal, right? We're the princes. That's what the name Yasha, Israel mean. Israel, Yasha Allah, he is a prince of God, right? A prince of the power, and prince is a son, he's a son of God, right? So I'll continue, right? It says, he says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor had I hath mercy on thee. So the Lord brought us down, right? Because we went off, right? So get that in Amos. It says Amos 3:2 says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Right, so the Lord punished us because we were his children. You read Hebrews, 8th chapter, I believe it, speaks about, whom the Most High loveth, he chasteneth. Right, so it says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. Right, so even we're going to even have these heathen nations kings in subjection, right, because we're going to be the rulers of the earth, right. This is Isaiah 49:23. Says, and kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. Right, they shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. Right, so these heathens, they're gonna be working, man. Right, and once again, these are, because the apostles were speaking on it. You get the Edomites kissing the shoes and all of that, right? Well, the apostles were like, look, man, I'm a care when that's a Rothschild, right? That's gonna be something when that's a Rothschild, right? And in the kingdoms, Rothschilds are gonna be kissing boots, right? The Queen of England, she gonna be kissing boots. William, right? Prince William, he gonna be kissing boots, man, right? End of this is Revelation 2:25 says, but that which you have already hold fast till I come. When that says truth. Run the word for that. It says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Right? And when you got power over the nations, you don't do shit. You tell other people to do shit. Right? It says, he shall rule them with a rod of iron. Right? So they don't do what you want to do. Bam, you hit them upside their head. Right, it says, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. Right, so Lord's word, that was edifying. And to the next time, Shalom.